And I do.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our social media campaign on Register to Vote Nevada and Vote Nevada. Today we have joining us Catherine Raynor. Raynor, sorry about that. And Catherine is the clerk for the city of North Las Vegas. So thank you, Catherine. I really appreciate your time with us. And if we'll go ahead and get started on, if you'll let us know, how do we register to vote, or how would citizens in city of North Las Vegas register to vote?
So first, let's actually talk about the qualifications to register to vote. One must be a U.S. citizen. You have to be 18 years old or at least 17 years old if you want to pre-register. If you're in Clark County, then you need to have resided in Clark County for 30 days consecutively. And if you're in the precinct, you have to have lived there 10 days consecutively and not be a felon. There's a lot of ways that a person can register to vote. For example, if you go to the DMV and you have a DMV driver's license, then you can register to vote online, and I'll read the website off. It's registertovoteinv.gov. Now, military and citizens who are living abroad can fill out a postcard and send it to their registrars to vote. If you're in Clark County also has an online website where you can register to vote. Within Clark County, the public can also come to a clerk's office, like my office here at 2250 Las Vegas Boulevard North, or they can go to the county clerk's office to register to vote. Residents can also go to the Clark County Elections Department at 965 Trade Drive here in North Las Vegas. You can register to vote at the DMV office. You can register to vote at social services agencies and college campuses. And citizens who are 17, as I said, may pre-register to vote as well. And all of these locations are posted to the Secretary of State's website. So feel free to look at that and contact the one that's the most convenient for you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. What is the deadline to register to vote?
Well, there's really multiple deadlines. It's really dependent upon how you plan to register to vote. And so if you're going to register to vote using the mail-in option or the in-person standard registration, you need to do it by October the 5th. However, if you want to register with the online and receive a sample ballot and be required to provide an ID when voting, you can register between October the 7th and October 13th. However, the last ones that you can do is October the 15th through the 29th, and that will let you register online, but then you wouldn't be able to get that sample ballot mailed to you simply because there wouldn't be sufficient time. And that one also requires an ID for voting.
Perfect.
Those are the basics to register, the deadlines for registering.
Perfect, thank you. And say that I wanted to update or view my voter registration. I want to update, change political party. How would I do that?
Pretty much any of those that I've just mentioned, you could go in and modify. For example, someone can come to my office and fill out a new form, changing their address, change their party of affiliation or whatnot. They can also go online. The quickest one is my opinion, is to simply go to the Clark County Elections Department website and click on their registered voter services. You log in and then you can change all of those things as well as do other things.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. And then if I wanted, if I lived in the city of North Las Vegas and I wanted to request an absentee ballot, how would I do so?
Similarly, they're posted on the Clark County website is a form that you can fill out and send to them. It's a form that you can print out and email them, or you could actually fill it out and then take it to their Trade Center Drive address to, if you're going to be out of state for the election. And of course, that would take over. You would not be getting the mailed ballot. You can't vote twice, basically, or what I want to say is that if you take a ballot from them to vote, then the one that might be mailed to your house could not be used for a second vote.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. And then,
depending upon when you requested it, the mailed ballot may have gone on its way to your house, but you might be leaving. So,
okay, perfect. And when and where can I early vote in the city of North Las Vegas?
I can't give you a list right this second, but it's supposed to be posted, and I think I wrote it down somewhere, October 7th will be included in your mail ballot. So you can find that information in a variety of places. When you wait for your ballot to come, within that envelope, there'll be a list of the early voting locations. You can also get the voting locations online once they're available from Clark County Election Department. And similarly, if you log into your voter registration, you can receive that information by looking in your record to see where your polling places are. Now, keep in mind that we have county-wide voting. So even though the ones might be listed close to you, you could go to a polling location that is closest to your work, on the way to school, etc.
Now, do you know, will there be additional polling locations available on election day?
Yes. So generally the Clark County Elections Department will be open, and there'll be a list of those locations as well that will receive the ballots. Again, the quickest way to vote early would simply be to fill out the all mail ballot, secure it inside the envelope that comes with it, sign the outside of the envelope, and then mail it using USPS, because it is an all mail ballot, and that would actually get the ballot there quite quickly. If someone wants to, doesn't have the ability to get it into the mail, definitely they can go to a polling location and drop it off. But one of the quickest ways to get it there is to put it in the mail, and the postage is included on the envelope.
Perfect, thank you. And then are you, because I know this is a county election, but is the city of Las Vegas responsible for finding any election workers?
So the city of North Las Vegas and the city of Las Vegas, Boulder City, and other cities here in Clark County and Henderson, we all have interlocal agreements with Clark County Elections Department, because we, in each of the clerk's offices, we don't necessarily have the staff to man or woman an election. And so we have an interlocal with them to provide election services. So they do the recruitment of the poll workers, and they assign their task and whatnot. We're heavily involved in the election, but we're not involved in poll workers. We're involved more in the selecting the locations within the cities that we work in, where those polling locations will be, but not identifying or staffing the poll workers.
All right, perfect. Those are all the questions I had. Did you have any additional information you wanted to provide?
So this election does not include municipal elections. In the last year in the legislature, they changed the city of North Las Vegas and other cities locally, the charter cities. They changed them from doing odd year elections to even year elections. And so for the public, I just like to let them know that the next election here in the city of North Las Vegas will be, the primary will be in June of 2022, and then the general will be in November of 2022. And if you need to fill out a voter registration card, or you'd like to change your voter information, please drop by the city clerk's office. You're welcome.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. And if there's anything that you can think of later, please let us know and we can add it to this post as well.